Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in the Tamsui area of Taipei. We're kind of north of the downtown area. It's a really cool area. There's a old walking street, there's a couple forts, stuff like that you can walk out here and see. And what we're going to take a look at today is we're going to take a look at the old Fort Saint Domingo. This is something I think it dates back to the 1640s. And we're going to walk through here and take a look at it. And there is another site, the little white house, that's the old custom officer's house up on the hill. We're not going to look at it. It's quite a bit of a hike to see something that's not super great. But anyway, let's go through here and let's take a look at this. Yeah, so you can see the Tamsui Customs Officer resident is way up the hill, and it's just something to see for about 15-20 minutes or so. And this is kind of the area. You're right down here on the Tamsui River, and the old warehouses and stuff like that. You can look at a couple of those down here on the river, and it's a nice little walk from the BTS over to here. So let's go inside here. Now this is a pay site, and it's open until 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock on national holidays. So in 1867, this was leased to the British as a consulate. And part of it was damaged during the Sino-French War in 1884. They bombarded a little bit of it, but so you can see it is a pay site. So it's 80 new Taiwanese dollars. So I got my ticket right here and we'll go in. So this is the base of the hill, and we'll go up there and take a look at this. This is a really cool site. I like this. And we'll be able to see a few of the rooms and stuff like that and climb all around inside. It looks like over here's the bathroom and coffee shop and stuff like that. They have the poinsettias out. Down at the base of the hill, this used to be the water supply. So the old Fort Saint Domingo. So you had to come down the hill to get you some water. Now they have modern plumbing and stuff that takes it up there to the top. All right, so this is the old fort. You see it has the Republic of China flag flying over it. Now these are the flags of everybody that's occupied this in one way or another. The Spanish, the French, the Chinese, the British, American, Australian, and various other groups. So I think it's like, what, 9 different people have been in charge of this. All right, so let's go through here and take a look at this. So this is the old floor plan here. So they had the courtyard, and the best thing is they had prisons here. So here's the old bathroom and a kitchen. The cells that are in here were for naughty Brits that they would lock them up over here. There was the governor of the Dutch East India. So here's all the different groups that have been in charge. So I guess it wasn't the French, it was the Dutch, the VOC. And the US had it for a little while for a monument. They have some little data plates here and a mock-up of the fort. And then here's the old cells. So there's 4 cells across here. And it's pretty Spartan conditions in here. So just a little box. And they would toss you in there if you did something wrong here in Taiwan, waiting for you to be shipped back to England. And this little area here was the courtyard, so the prisoners could do their activity here. Had a 3.6 meter tall wall out here. And this is the kitchen here for the prisoners. So there's 2 different buildings here. This one here, and then the other one on the other side was the residence of like the British consulate. Let's go inside here to the 2nd floor. And it had a wooden staircase up to the top. It's all closed off. You can't go up there now. But there's some really cool little artifacts and stuff like that. So hidden openings for cannons. Looks like a bathroom over here. So you can see the different periods when the Dutch had it. So it was one time called Fort Antonio. And then here's some of the cannons. You know, the old fireplace and some of the old brick stucco. It looks like a safe. So here's the old copper and ceramic pipes that they used to have. And then some of the old roof boards. So this was when it was Fort Antonio. They used that ceramic. This is the old incinerator. So they would burn the top secret documents in here back when this was the consulate. So this was first opened to the public in '83. It was a national monument in '83. They opened it to the public in '84. And this is kind of the timeline of it here. And they did a renovation in 2005. And that's way over to that second building, the consulate over there, residence. Yeah, really a cool little building to come over and see. So here's some of the different bricks. They had places for, under the Dutch, they had cannons here. And then they kind of closed them off. So you have different colored bricks. So the British closed off a couple of the doors whenever they controlled the area. And then here we have the old office. Oh, really cool furniture. And a nice clock here. Fireplace. A day like today would be nice to have a fire going in here. Nice little arch. Looks like the paint's kind of sloughing off a bit. Yeah, so they found this during the renovation. So this was like a little arch here, and it was a cannon emplacement. They think the Dutch had 10 cannons up here, and they didn't need it for when it was a consulate. Okay, so let's go look at the residence now, which is a really cool building also. And this looks over, that's the Tamsui River, and that way is Taipei. You can see it's cloudy and windy today. A nice day to be kind of trumping around indoors. You can see the outer part of this building. So they put that stucco on it, and this is the old walkway with all these river rock here, and then this is the consulate residence. A beautiful, beautiful building. Kind of has the look of a European villa with the old castle tower back behind. And let's go inside there now. So that's an old relic right there, made out of stone. They pulled that around there to level out probably like the croquet field or whatever. And some old cannons. Sort of been from the Qing dynasty. You see the Chinese writing on it. Some of them are in pretty bad shape. These are gone. So this is European here from the 17th century. It's in bad shape. But this one here is in worse. The whole barrel is gone. Yeah, pretty cool. The old fort up on the hill. Yeah, nice with these little cedar tree lining the walkway in. And the second floor balcony. And I think those were like the royal seals over there. Yeah, they say VR 1891, which was the construction of this building, and that's Queen Victoria's abbreviations. Victoria Regina in Latin. And so we can walk around and then we'll go up to the second story. So this was built in 1871 is whenever, or 1891, when they installed the fireplace and stuff here. And then the fan was brought in 1941. This is a study here and a drawing room. The old Encyclopedia Britannicus. So it's funny, the amount of information that were in those books, I can pull up on my phone in about 1 minute. A little baby buggy. Yeah, really cool antiques and stuff like that in here. So I have quite a bit of information here in English and in Chinese. So you can walk through here and read all the gifts, or the little signs. This is the gifts from many donors here. And over here's a little cook's room, so the cook could sleep. Has the bed. Here's the kitchen. So they have the tap for running water. And they say the first running water in this area came from a canal that the Japanese built in 1899. Yeah, kind of interesting, the old stove. We had a stove like that out on the farm when I was a kid. My grandparents did. Kind of cool. And an old water tank. So it doesn't function anymore, it's rusted out. So they would have brought water up here under the British era. And then this is the back side. We'll go up to the second floor now. This little garden and stuff. So this is one of the ways you could have went up to the second floor, probably for the servants and stuff. A coat rack under the stairs. And then we'll go up this stairwell. I like the railing a lot, that's really cool. So, how much is your money worth? So they renovated this in 1891 for 1,500 pounds. Bringing the water in here costs 20 pounds. Lights and electrical fans, 225 pounds. 20 pounds won't even buy you a dinner anymore in London. So we have a bedroom up here. Now this is a really nice bedroom set. A nice couch over there. Really quite cool. Flower wallpaper. So this is the kids' room. Check that out. Oh, I love that little rocking horse. Oh, that's way cool. And then an old sewing machine. And a fireplace. And they have some old photos. Old photos are the absolute best. See how they dressed. And lots of kids. Brilliant time. And an attic. And check out the trusses, how they constructed this. Yeah, they were pretty clever. And so some people could stay in here. Now this is the bathroom. Now before they had running water, this was the bathroom. And it was camouflaged like a cabinet. And you went to the bathroom in there, and then the servants took care of the waste the next day. This is where that other stairwell came up. A couple more little rooms here. This one's kind of a plain room. This is the employee that was the caregiver for kids or whatever. Yeah, really a nice room. And so this was the guest quarters. So if they had an important dignitary coming in from abroad, they would stay in here. Oh, beautiful. All this mahogany. And check out the serving tray right there. Okay, so that's everything up here in both of these buildings. We'll go outside and look one more time here at the outside. Oh, there's the outside of this building. Really, really cool. And then what's nice is there's an interesting building right here that's the Oxford College that's right behind it. I don't know if you can go up in there and look around. That's not what we came to see, but they have kind of a cool designed building here. Yeah, that's that tower that is behind it. Some interesting lotus bud arches up there. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Fort San Domingo. Like I said, there's some more to see here. You can go up and you can see the little White House, but I'm not going to climb the hill to go up there and see it. This is kind of the highlight of what to see over here. You can also go over to the Hobei Fort, and then you go down to the Fisherman's Wharf, and you can go across the river over to, what do they call it, Bali. It's a Bali Old Walking Street over there. And there's a whole bunch to do here. It's definitely worth a day trip to come up to this area. And in the springtime, it'd be really pleasant. Right now, it's quite cold. It's windy and it's winter time. But I'm undeterred. It's still worth coming over here. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see some more stuff like this that I see. And I tell you a little bit about what I know. I'm not an expert. I just enjoy seeing this kind of stuff. So if you like it, then definitely subscribe, and you get to see more stuff like this. And until next time, from over here in Taipei, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.